What's up, guys? Am I live? Let's see. Let me refresh this. Looks like it was going a little slow, so hopefully we're not choppy. And let me refresh again. Okay, I think we're live. I think we're good. Let me know in the chat. I know this is an early show, earlier than we're used to, but I just want to make sure I'm not choppy and that you can hear me before we start with anything. So Martha says hi. Make sure you guys can hear me. Martha, anybody else? G. Jesso, what's up? Sonia, Jose, what is up? Adriana says hi. Cool. Let's see. Making sure we're good. Sound, let me know. Green Granny Resale, hi. Adriana, yes, it is too early. I know. We'll get into that and why it's early. Mason says hi. So let me see if I can go live a little bit. Mario Cordoval Jesus says hi. Martha, where y'all from? Tommy, what's up? And Hunter, what's up? Cool. Pablo, J-Dog, what's up? Saying hi to you guys. All right, let me go live on here real quick. Checking connection. Jeff Campbell, what's up? Early bird gets the worm. Nice. Mario, hi hustler, love your videos. Cool. All right, starting live on Instagram. So saying what's up to everybody there. Just starting Dirty Harry Films. Yo, what's up? G. Jasso, Glenn, I want to attend your meetup in Arizona on Saturday. Is it still possible? So we're going to get into that too, because I've had some questions on the meetup for that, which I'll get into that too. Gabe, what's up? Relentless Resale, what's up? Relentless Resale, sorry. Tommy, South Texas here. Hi from Germany. Max. Let's see. Are you doing any meetups in the East Coast anytime soon? Not that I know of, but I will let anybody know as soon as we do, or if I decide to do anything. And Niche Reseller, what's up? On Instagram. So Blackhawk Surplus, what's up? Hey Glenn and Martha, what's your biggest flip? Which I think we've talked about that too, right? Some of the Jordan Fines doing a meetup in Canada, not that I know of. Jake, what's up? Ken Hustle, what's up? And Houston is great for thrifting. Yes, it is. Houston, that'd be good. What's up, Glenn? Found a 6x16 Untouchables today. Nice. What color was that? Let me know. You got any hats? Unfortunately, no hats right now. So cool. All right. So before we start, I did want to talk a little bit about the Phoenix meetup. And like I said, someone's interested in going to the meetup. So that is tough. You can email me, hustlerhacks1@gmail.com. Hi, Rad Seller. K Diaz, what's up? EP represent. Yes. So for the Phoenix thing, some of you may have gotten the email already. If you have gotten it, good, you're good to go. For those of you that didn't get the email about Phoenix, I got like more than I expected amount of people to sign up for the meetup in Phoenix. The place that I did get was for 50 people. And with the combination of like the subscriber plus one and so on, ended up being about 62, 63 people so far. So unfortunately, if you didn't get an email, I'm going to try to make it up to you any way that I can. Unfortunately, the people that got the email, I can only accept those 50 people. Of course, it's kind of like planning a wedding, right? Like, I don't know if all 50 people are going to show up, but you do have to plan for it. That's just part of the thing. Of course, it would be cool if everybody does show up, but I have no clue what's going to happen. It's my first time doing this, a meetup somewhere, especially in like a different city and state. So if you got the email, you're good. If you didn't, somehow, some way, I'm going to make it up to you. And next year, when I do the Phoenix meetup again, I am going to try to make sure I get a bigger venue and something even better and better. But the first time doing it, so let's see what happens. So that's pretty much the news, at least what I can share about Phoenix so far. Rad Seller, it's crazy. So many more people want to sign up. I know they have been emailing me and sending me messages. I'm trying to do what I can, but I can only let a certain amount of people in, at least for this first one, and then I'll make it up somehow, or maybe I'll just go to Phoenix again. I mean, it is close, like a 6-hour drive for me, so it's not too bad. But I'm gonna do what I can. The Flip Monkeys, yo, what's up, Glenn? What's up? Like that name. Dirty Harry Films, doing big things. I'm trying. Snook Gonzalez with Hustle Lord Glenn. That's pretty funny. And Tommy Hustleby says, Hustleby, what's up? And Kenneth is here too. And Jay, the one in El Paso. So yes, the one in El Paso is coming up soon. Also, we got about maybe like 17 days on that. I'm done kind of reserving the place. So I'll send that info out to for El Paso when we do the meetup. And I'm going to be doing giveaways, the same thing. I have some pretty cool giveaway stuff for not only Phoenix, but El Paso too. So I'll give away some stuff. And also Dallas later on. So I'll let everybody know about that. Oshi Flip says hi, nice. And Liz Kellogg too. Looking forward to meeting you on Saturday. Me too. Pretty sweet. Looking forward to it. All right, got my water break. So I started to think more and more about the Nike outlet store. So the last 2 times that I've been going, I've been finding really good cleats to resell, some Air Max 90s too that I did resell too. So I did pretty good on that. So I figured, why not do an outlet store tips video? I don't think I've done one as far as the Nike outlets go. So 5 really good tips that I'm excited to share about that I think everybody will like, and you can definitely use it to save money. Jacob, bro, what day is the El Paso one? That one will be on the 19th, August 19th. So I'll send that info soon. And Mark, what's up? Good to see you here. Caroline, good to see you too. And Lauren, also here. And Sonia, nice haircut. Thanks. I just got it today, which I really needed to get a haircut. Okay, so number 1. Let's see. Nike outlet store tips. Make sure I got all my notes. Okay. Number 1, for sure, the receipt and the survey code, you will get $10 off. You must do this. So here is the last one that I got from Nike. And if you go in here at the very bottom, we have the short survey, and you get $10 off the next time. You're definitely going to want to do this. And the survey is like really simple. It's not even going to take you that long. And $10 off your next purchase, trust me, all that stuff adds up. And here's one of the things though that people don't really know or kind of forget about when it comes to the survey. So if you buy something, they're going to give you the receipt. They're going to tell you, hey, fill out the survey. You get $10 off your next purchase. Now, this survey expires 7 days from your purchase date. So they don't give you much time to react, to fill out this survey. So fill it out as soon as you possibly can to get your $10 off. They're also limited you to 2 completed surveys per household in a 7-day period. So if you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, try to do separate transactions, because they can use it, you can use it. You guys can both get $10 off the next time you go to the outlet store. And like I said, this adds up. You can just do 2-3 separate transactions every single time you go. So you cannot lose with this. But don't forget, you only have 7 days to fill it out. And so Spyler says it's per email. So we have different emails, that too. And that really helps. $10 off. Do that if you can. That was the first one. Can you split all the shoes, like pay for each individually and get more surveys? You can, but I would probably try to do maybe like 2 or 3 transactions at the most. Because I think also, I mean, you can if you have also separate people, because all that stuff's going to add up and they're going to really take that in consideration. They're very picky when it comes to that stuff. When it comes to like the surveys, how many of the same shoe you can buy and all that stuff. I mean, so you can, but do separate emails and do as far as if you can take more people, the better for you. Caroline says, yay. Tom, the Potter one, says, shout out. So there you go, Tom. Jonathan, what's up? Looking forward to meeting you too. Lego Nader says, I found some New Balance 996 mid Burlington retail 240 for $34.99. Yes, don't skip out on the New Balance. Unfortunately, on my eBay store, I've gotten nothing but low ballers on the Low Balance so far, and the New Balance so far, nothing but low ballers for like, they're trying to like low balling for 40 bucks, 35 bucks. I'm not gonna take it. Let's see. Johnny Northway Picker says no sound. Am I good? If you can't hear me, let me know in the chat. Either one, Instagram or on YouTube. You have to have a clear reason. Like all these items are 30% off, so I will buy these one transaction to make it easier. Have a to try to semi hide it. So yeah, you have to be a little tricky when it comes to this stuff for Nike. Dirty Harry Film says New Balance equals Low Balance, right? Deep Pocket says we can hear you. Flip Monkey says we're all good. So there we go. G Jasso says my father loves New Balance brand. That's kind of funny. And how's the cleat haul from Burlington doing? All the stuff from Burlington so far has been pretty good. I actually found some new cleats today. Everybody's been telling me about the messy cleats. Finally found one pair. One out of all of them. Let me see. I think I have them here. Or they're hidden somewhere. If I can get them. Okay, here we are. So yeah, one pair so far. I know I'm trying to find more, but it is what it is. So that one, I think they're 25 bucks. They're still selling pretty strong at $100 on eBay. So I would still look for them. Also, there's some other cool Adidas red soccer cleats. I forgot the name of them. Those sell really, really good too. And the untouchable cleats are still selling well. The problem is like the bigger sizes, I still have them, especially like size 13, 14, and 15. They're still kind of sitting a little bit, but size like 9, 10, 11, they're still selling really, really good. Snook Gonzalez says, a pair of Messi sold for $104.98. So nice flip there for you. $25 for those Messi cleats. And these are $16.99 still. So really good find on those. But for the Nike outlet store, I found totally different cleats. And I'm going to show you guys those when we get back into the countdown. Caroline, I got my first negative feedback. When does it fall off? I'm okay with and reasonable about it. It's going to keep showing on there on your feedback for like the entire year until it finally goes away. That's at least what happened with me. If you can get it removed, I would. But I've heard also it doesn't really affect you as much as it used to when it comes to the buyer and seller thing and leaving feedbacks. But usually it takes like a year to get them off. Which Messi cleats? That's what I got from Instagram. There we go. Here we are. And you can see it on YouTube. There you go. How do you ship shoes when you sell on eBay when you don't have the box? And that's the USPS, the shoe box. You can get that on their website, USPS. You can just list them new without box, and you're good pretty much on eBay. Nothing new on those. Keep up your vids. Thanks, appreciate it. And let me go back. All right, cool. So number 2, another tip you need to know. And that's always ask an associate for help no matter what. I mean, you're going to see a bunch of associates always walking around. They're always asking if you need help, blah, blah, blah. Some of them don't like when you're recording in stores. And I found this out in person. But most of the time, they are pretty friendly. They do want to help you out. So this is what I would do. If you're trying to find a specific size, in a certain shoe, whether it's on the back wall and the, the box is half cut off, whatever, it doesn't matter if it's those shoes or the ones in the actual floor, they can find a certain size for you, but you're going to have to ask. And all they're really doing is just scanning the box, and it tells them how many they have in the back. You can also do this if you're really looking for, like, you find a certain shoe on the back wall, you want the full complete box, or maybe you want the shoe that comes with the bag inside. Doesn't matter if it's on the back wall. They can check inside Well, they can check on the back to make sure they have that exact same shoe with the complete box. So just because it has the box top taken off doesn't mean it's like super clearance and they don't have any more. They do. You just have to ask them. So please do that, and don't be scared to ask them or get a little lazy about it. They probably have them in stock. And what's really, really cool about it, really, really quick scan, and they can just double check in the back every single shoe there at the Nike outlet. So that was number 2, is always asking an associate for help. How do I send shoes to another continent fast? That's a tough one, because international selling is kind of tough in general. But if you're on eBay, if you're part of the global seller program, that will help you. Hey, it's an Arkham guy that emailed you. Hopefully you find the cleats. Thanks, appreciate it. New to shoes, are there some sizes that are better than others? When it comes to cleats, I mean, I think it just depends on whatever sport too, right? In general, men's 9, 10, and 11 do really, really good. 12 and 13 can also sell well, just depends on the make and model. For women's, I usually stick to like 6, 7, 8, sometimes 9, and those do good. When it comes to the cleats, though, soccer cleats, technically, you want to go a little bit smaller. Let's see, like 6, 7, and 8. Those have done really, really good for me for soccer cleats. And then when it comes to like football cleats, 10 and 11 have sold really, really, really quick. So that's the advice I'd give you when it comes to shoes. DJ Davis says, what's up, Glenn? Come to Seattle. I will be in Seattle. I will be there on September 7th, 8th. I will let you know. DJ Davis, let me know. Email me, or I'll email you the dates. But I will be in Seattle for a conference. Let me see. Man, where am I? Okay, why do the kid sizes go for the same price as adults at Ross and Marshalls? I have no clue, but I do love it though. And the weird thing about it too is that you'll notice a lot of like KD, LeBrons, all of those are still at like $39.99, $49.99, and oh man, it's just too high for some of the kids' shoes, unless it is kind of a rare shoe or a retro Jordan or something. But it's kind of rare. Most of the times you will see a lot of the Kyries, a lot of the KDs, a lot of LeBrons over and over again. Relentless Resell Orlando too. I know Orlando's been on the map, and Miami have really, really good stores. Man, I'm keeping it on my mind. I do want to go. What's the best time to go to stores like Ross, Marshalls, and Burlington? Try to go during the day. Try to go during the week. Burlington, I will tell you, Burlington does not care about you. Let me tell you why. The lines are always super long, and it almost seems like they never have like enough workers. I don't know what's going on, but try to get there as soon as you can, early in the morning. That really, really helps because you don't have to wait in line, waiting there forever, but try to do that. Let's see, best time to go to Nike outlets. Try to go on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They usually have their deals of like 20% off or 30% off on the back wall. I usually go, like whenever I've gone during the week, Monday through Thursday, they usually don't have the sale. So I try to go Friday and Saturday. And that also I try to go as soon as possible because outlets get super packed too. And you don't want a bunch of people crowding you all the time. You want to have your time to look around and make sure you can find profitable items. And let me see where else they go to. How do you price? Totally depends on the model. I want to look at like who's selling it now, and do they have good feedback? What sizes do they have available? I want to look at the completed listings. I want to look at what was the recent sales. What do those look like? I want to see what these items are selling for right now compared to a month or two ago. The market change, they go up and down. So that's what I really, really look for first. Was it brand new without the box? Was it pre-owned, used? What was it? So I really kind of break down those. And then I kind of take like the middle part. I don't want to go super low. I don't want to go super high. I want to go in between to where I know my item is going to sell. And most importantly, if I know that I'm going to find more of that item, I want to keep on going, keep on selling, and not just kind of holding on things forever. So that's usually how I price certain things. So go to these stores early in the morning. Don't they restock in the afternoon? Well, Nike outlet in Burlington, I like to go in the morning just because of the lines and how many people are there. Ross and Marshalls, usually they're restocking sometime, at least in my area. I mean, every area is different, but at least in my area, between like 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., they're somewhat restocking and during those times. And I try to go in the afternoon. That somewhat seems to help a little bit, but every area is different, so you never really know. But try to go as much as possible and try to figure out like what that same store is kind of doing. What are your better days? If you found a really, really good haul on one day, what time was it? What day was it? Do you think that maybe they put out certain items out on that day for a certain reason? Do they get trucks or something maybe every Wednesday or Tuesday? I don't know. Really just depends on your area. Let me see. Why don't you create a reselling website? I know I've tried different things. I'm trying to figure out different stuff, but private coaching, I have gotten a lot of requests lately on that. So that might be something I can do to really just try to help people. And especially in their own area. Everybody has different goals. Everybody has different stores in their area. People have different mindsets, whether they want to be a full-time seller, a part-time seller, and some people will have different budgets. Some people have a lot of money to spend, and some people don't. And so everybody's in a totally different situation. So even though like I've told a lot of people too, I really don't think, watching certain videos or guides, I mean, it can only take you so far, but if you have like hands-on coaching or someone that you can relate to that has the same mindset that you can talk to and that can really help you and give you tips in selling and help you in your certain situation, then for sure you can do good. All right, so San Diego Finds, I've made 3,000 by watching your videos. That's the stuff I like to hear. So thanks, San Diego Finds, for telling me that. And let me go back. Okay, so number 3. So you can negotiate on clearance items on or in the Nike store. So my example would be like my Destroyer Nike jackets that I picked up for 75 bucks. I did sell one so far, 250 bucks. It's not winter yet, so I know they're going to sell maybe 250 to 300, maybe 325, but most of them have been going for about $250 range. So $75 find was really, really good. And in that case, I talked about it in that video to where I negotiated with one of the workers and they contacted their manager and they were really, really cool about it. So what you can do is that they have a lot of one product. And in this case, it's off season. So it was jackets. I figured, you know what? It won't hurt. The worst thing they could tell me is no, right? They're not going to kick me out of the store. They're not going to tell me different stuff or ask me, am I a reseller? You have to get out of here, nothing like that. I figured, you know what, let me ask. So one of the workers came around, asked me if I was doing good, whatever. Yes. And I was like, you know what, could you guys give me a deal if I took all of the Destroyer jackets? And they looked them up and they're like, oh yeah, we've had these for kind of a while. It's for winter, blah, blah, blah. So they kind of already knew. And they were already like 75 bucks plus like 20% off. No, they were 150 plus, I think, 20% off. And then they gave me an extra 30% off. So total, I had 50% off. So it went down to $75. But first they were like, no, that's usually just final sale, whatever on that. And then she's like, you know what? Let me just ask my manager and double check. So the manager came out, shook his hand. I was nice, cool about it. And I was like, hey, I'm just interested. You guys be able to give me a deal if I took all of the Destroyer jackets? And there was like 6 or 7 of them. And he was cool. And he was like, yeah, you know what? We've had these for kind of a while. I can probably do an extra 30% off on it. And I was all right, cool. And that was it. Checked out on it, done. So even though there is something on sale, it doesn't totally mean that that's like the final price on it. Try to negotiate if you can. And kind of off of that too, it's kind of like a random off tip, but on part of number 3, Because someone have also asked too, like the better days to go for the Nike outlet. Call ahead if you can. And I've done this a lot of times too, because you don't want to drive all the way out there. It takes me like 40 to 45 minutes to get out there for my Nike outlet store or Nike factory store or whatever you want to call it. So instead of making that huge long drive, I asked them, do you guys have a sale right now on the back wall? You know, of course, those shoes with the top taken off. And they're like, no, right now we don't have a sale. It's the same price, whatever we have on the back stock. I was all right, cool. And then on Friday I called. I was like, do you guys have a sale on the back wall? And they're like, yes, this time we do. It's 20% off. If you want to come down here, cool. So ended up going down and they had a sale. So if you're really, really, really far away from your Nike outlet, go ahead and call. It only takes 2 minutes. You'd rather spend 2 minutes calling than spending 40 to 45 minutes driving all the way out there to the Nike outlet. So keep that in mind. Always give it a call. Let me see. Let me go. Hey, Glenn, how's it going? I've heard different answers about this. Does Nike outlet not like resellers? Will they accept your tax exempt form? And that question, it totally depends on the store and also the manager. Like in that case, the manager was totally cool with it. I mean, he probably knew. And what else am I going to do with 7 destroyer jackets in different sizes? It's not like I was running with a crew and like, you know what, we're going to sport these destroyer jackets and be dope and, you know, and like chill there against the wall. Like he knew. I mean, I was going to do something obviously with these jackets. They were a super good deal. Retail on them was super high. So in that case, he was cool about it, but not everybody is. I think it just totally depends with the manager. What I do know is that on Ross, I don't think they're really, really cool with resellers, and Burlington is. They will take the tax exempt forms. Ross, I've heard of, does not, but maybe that was just a totally different store. So it doesn't hurt to try, but they're not gonna. I don't think they would kick you out. But someone else, I think, left a message about kicking people out. Let me see. Hustler Hacks Crew. That's funny. As you said, Adidas outlet almost kicked you out when you found out I was reselling. So that's kind of crazy. I think also Hustlebee told me that they were kind of giving him a hard time one time with Adidas. So yeah, same thing. It depends on your store. So totally agree. It just depends on your store, who's working, the manager, are they cool with it? And some managers are really, really cool about it. Not only just at Nike outlet, but at other stores. So in college, when I used to work at Toys R Us, like they're probably not supposed to do it, but my manager hooked up like all the resellers that he could. And they got like sales crazy numbers because their store has to make money. And if their manager can get their numbers up, they're going to definitely do it. At least they should. Not everybody does, but so it totally depends on the store. Caroline says there's an Adidas outlet. Shut up. So yes, there is. Everybody's kind of laughing about the posse stuff, running with the crew with the destroyer jackets. His posse will be with him on Saturday. It's kind of funny. And Kenneth, Adidas is strict, I guess, compared to Nike, which we're also going to talk about. Nike limiting. If they can limit how many pairs you can buy, which that has happened to me. Let me see. I picked up 20 pairs of cleats at Ross yesterday, and they were fine with it. So yeah, totally depends. Different stores. I've heard different people do different stories too. Like if they're at Ross and they're like, yeah, I'm coaching a football team, and we're gonna go 10-0 in the district, and I bought like I'm buying all these cleats for my team. You got a super good deal. I mean, you can say whatever you want, but it's totally up to you if you really feel like you have to say something to the worker. But most people are pretty cool with it, especially at Ross. Like I haven't really heard them question me on different things. So Daniel, I know an employee at my Nike outlet store. How much of a discount can I get? And I think usually they get an extra 30% off, I believe. I used to also know a friend. He became a teacher, unfortunately. I say unfortunately because he used to give me some deals at Nike outlet. And so yeah, he's teaching right now. And he used to give me deals. Like I remember he used to get Kobe's for like $45 after his discount. And we're talking about $140, $160 Kobe's. So yeah, employees get a really, really good discount, and something that I always kind of wondered too, like, I wonder if I worked at Nike outlet, I wouldn't want to work at Ross. That place is a mess. There's stuff all over the floor, all over the time. But Nike outlet, I wouldn't mind working there and getting some deals, at least for 30% off, getting a better deal. Okay, so number 4. And all right, so we got 2 left. Number 4, always shop on the friends and family 30% discount days, the all access pass. Always try to get them. I know they come around kind of randomly. Not everybody knows about them. Some people do, some people don't. But when they come around, please take advantage of that and get the 30% off on your discount days. So you can do 2 things, which some people didn't really know this, which I thought was kind of funny. But if you sign up with the Nike app, they will send you the friends and family discount days. But I recommend to do this every time you go to the Nike outlet, you buy something, sign up, get the app, use your email. That same email, you can tell them before you check out. If they see that you're a frequent buyer and you're buying stuff, not necessarily every week, but at least you're somewhat consistent, maybe once a month. I mean, if you are a reseller, something you like to do, you can use that same email address. They can type it in before they check you out. You can use that email address, and then they have that same email with your app. And then with your app, they'll send you the 30% off coupon through the app. You can just use that, scan it, and you're done. If you don't use the app, you don't have the app, you don't care for the app, you can buy them on eBay. Some people sell the friends and family discount cards on eBay for 30% off. The 30% off cards, they sell them for like $5, $10. Some people will give you like a pack of 10, for $50 or something like that. So it's just, I mean, it really, really just depends. If you really want to buy them, you can, and you can take your whole crew with the destroyer jackets, and everybody has a 30% off discount card, and then you have 10 different transactions, then you cannot lose if you want to do that. So something you want to consider, but in case you didn't know that you can buy them, you can. And it's kind of funny though too, is that it's just like a general code. It's not like you can't use it over and over again. Yes, like Kenneth says, you can use it for Converse. I'm not too sure if you can use it for Hurley too, but you can do that when it comes to the 30% off. Let me go back to the chat. A lot of questions kind of came in. Man, where am I? Ross pays better than Walmart. If you are good, Ross will advance you to management. So there you go. There's the good. We talk about working at Ross. Ross gives you 10% off if you ask on items with scuffs or marks. So yes, if you find a defect, you can get 10% off on that at Ross. Same thing with Ross. You can take grandparents, or if you're already older enough, you're 55 and older, you can get 10% off. I think that's on Tuesday, right? So you can always use that deal. Do the friends and family discount apply to Nike clearance stores as well? Yes, I believe so. And is Nike selling on Amazon hurting or going to hurt the market? We don't know everything yet. And as far as like Nike selling on Amazon, I know that they're working on it. They're working on going 100% on that. But then again, we don't really know what kind of shoes they're going to be selling. Are they going to be selling new releases? Are they going to be selling some of the older stuff that we're finding at the outlets? Most of the time with the outlet stores, they're just kind of like trying to get rid of that inventory because they didn't do good at retail price. So we don't really know yet. I sent in like 2 boxes to FBA. I didn't send a whole lot of shoes this time, but I'm going to see how those do and see what happens with that. But I know some of the bigger sellers on FBA, they are just kind of waiting it out to see what happens when it comes to Nike selling. But no one's really, I guess, no one can really tell until it happens. What are your top brands to resell? That's kind of tough. I mean, Nike, I haven't really sold a lot of Under Armour, but there are up there. You can, Adidas, obviously. I like to go with retro stuff and just the stuff that I know of. when it comes to like jerseys and of course Champion and Wilson and old school jerseys like that always do good for me. But technically I kind of stick to the same stuff. Obviously Supreme, if you can somehow find them, which yes, I did go to both Kmart's in my area and I didn't find any Supreme blank t-shirts. I'm pretty sure you guys have found the the article about Supreme being at Kmart. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I can answer on that. Nike clearance sucked today, but I got some LeBron. So there we go. From Ray. Follow Ray if you can. If you're on Instagram right now, you can follow him. Same thing with the Hustle Bee on Instagram. Follow both of those guys. You should open your store back up. I know. That's from Russell Westbrook. There we go. MVP. I should open my store for the backup. So right now I'm actually going to do some like Hustler Hacks gear on the website. I'm going to be doing giveaways and things like that. But as far as shoes and Nike gear things or jerseys, it was kind of tough to manage both of them, especially still doing the channel and you know, the Merch Minds podcast and doing videos. It got really, really tough to do both. So I kind of just stick into eBay right now instead of having that same stuff on my store on hustlerhacks.com. So there we go with that. All right, so this is kind of a bonus, not really part of number 5, but I figured to throw it in there. So this is like 4.5. Always double check with your store. They're not really going to tell you when it comes to the Nike outlet on how many shoes and limit you can buy. So with the friends and family discount card, they give that to you, right? It says 30% off your total purchase, blah, blah, blah. But it also tells you you're limited to $750 before tax. That's pretty much what they limit you on your purchase for that. Kind of funny though. The last friends and family, my total purchase came up to like 1,000 something, and that was, and they did the before tax. It came up to 1,200 something before the discount card, whatever. They still did it. Didn't give me a problem with it. The lady was cool behind register. Fine, cool. I was able to buy everything that I wanted, and I didn't have a limit. About a year ago. It's kind of funny. I told Hustlebee this story. Jordan 7s, they had them for grade school. Super cheap. I think they were like $35. They were trying to get rid of them. For some reason, they had a lot of them there. I told one of the workers, I'm going to buy all the full stock you guys have. Like, I'll just take all of them. And they counted it like 23 or 25 sneakers left. I was like, cool, let's bring them out. I brought like 8 to 10 with me, and I was carrying them, and I go to the front, and then the lady behind the register was like, we can't have you buy these many shoes. And I was like, what's the deal? Why not? And they said, we can only do a $750 limit. And not only that, also like three styles per what? Like, I guess you're limited to only 3 shoes for that certain style. So if I was going to buy this, I can only buy 3 of them. And that was it. So that, I mean, they gave me a hard time that time. And then another time they didn't. So kind of like we talked about before, like per store, but I would at least try to find out and not be like me carrying a bunch of shoes to the register, trying to check out only to find out that they're not going to let me buy all these. So I ended up buying whatever I could. I think I bought 3, obviously, because that's what I was limited to, but I can only do so much. So try to find that out instead of wasting a lot of time, because that happened. Let me go back real quick. 2 traveling bears heading to Austin from London for only 22 hours at the end of August. Can you recommend better finds for football boots, cleats, Nike Outlet or Ross, TJ Maxx, Burlington, or Marshalls? If only limited time to go to 1 or 2 stores, which ones would you say are better for likely soccer cleat finds? And for sure not TJ Maxx, because TJ Maxx is only limited to women's shoes. Unless you're looking for women's cleats, they might have like the Hyper Venoms there for a good deal. Burlington, 100% sure you need to go there. Nike Outlet 100%, Ross 100%, and Marshalls. That's the same thing. I mean, all four of them. Yes, try to go as many as you possibly can. The only one I would probably leave out is TJ Maxx, and that's the thing with Ross and Burlington. One day you go and you're like, cool, I found 2 things. The next day you go and you find 10 to 12 things. I have no clue. They just get random stuff, random days. The more you go, the better luck you will have. That's just the way it works. And I know it kind of sucks because if you're just going into a city, well, if you're going into a city and you're only going to like one store at one time, you know, it might just be a bad day, and maybe they didn't restock. Maybe they restocked a day or 2 before that. You just happen to go on the wrong day. You end up going another day, and you find a bunch of stuff. I mean, you just never know, and that's just the thing that comes with the game and going to these stores. People are talking about Doc Martens in here, which those I think I sold an Adventure Time one a couple of months back. Throwing that out there, and let me see. Any pros from buying at the Nike Outlet with gift cards? I mean, if you can get a better deal on them on different sites, then you can do it. But for the most part, I just try to take advantage of like the $10 gift card with the survey. But I noticed at Ross and Nike Outlet, a lot of those gift cards, you try to buy them online, they go pretty quick. You have to really be on top of it when it comes to those. For some reason, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, there's actually quite a bit you can buy for those stores online if you really want to save an extra amount of money, you know, $3, $5, $8 here and there. Have you bought any toys besides the Call of Duty? We're talking about the Ross stuff. Yes, I remember 2 years ago I bought a My Little Pony exclusive Toys R Us like set thing. And that was actually at DD's discounts. It was like $17.99. I sold it on FBA. I sold 2 of them, I think, for like $120 each. That one really did good. We talked about that. Star Wars, I did find some like Anakin figures. This was like another like year or 2 ago. And I sold those also on Amazon FBA. And I think I also sold, man, what was it called? It was like that sand. I forgot what they call it. Sand, something sand, and I sold that too. Any good store like Marshalls or Ross in the United Kingdom? I don't know much about the UK market, but at least everyone that I've talked to that emailed me from the UK said that they have nothing like a Marshalls and Ross. So I have no clue. Dirty Harry Films, I've seen a lot of Shopkins stuff, got me curious. Yeah, you can scan it and see, but I've also noticed a lot of the Shopkins stuff show up at DD's discounts and some of the other like clearance stores. I think they just have a lot of product. But Shopkins, like 2 years ago, it was insane of that stuff and what it was selling on Amazon. I made a lot of good money on Shopkins. Surveys a smart hustle hack? Yes, do the survey. The Nike receipt survey. Do it every time you can. Have you found any nice sneakers at TJ Maxx? Here once like 5 women's Air Max 95s, but usually just find Chuck Taylors and Skechers. Every time that I've gone to TJ Maxx, it's been really rare with women's shoes that I found something good. Every time I go, I just double check. But then again, I only have one TJ Maxx in my area. If you have a bunch of them in your area, I mean, you can go as much as you can. You can also maybe want to check the Nordstrom rack too to see if you can find any other sneakers or cleats. But we only have one. They're right next to each other. One TJ Maxx and one of the Nordstrom rack. They're both right next to each other. And that was pretty much it. So that kind of sucks, at least in my area, but take advantage if you have them in your area. Leonite says, I found 3 Mercurials at Ross and 3 Kaepernick jerseys for $5. Let me know in the comments if you've been selling those Kaepernick jerseys like crazy, because they have been selling between $40 and $50 range. I did sell mine. I did take a best offer, but they are selling really good still. Are there any cheap soccer cleat stores in the Netherlands? I have no clue too. Something I don't really know of. Anything out of the US when it comes to these stores. Any shoes that a beginner should start buying if they have a limited budget. For sure, cleats right now are super hot, $16.99. That's super cheap. Some of the messy ones, $24.99. Some of the cleats at Marshall's, $19.99. Those are really do good. I would just stay away probably from all the $64.99, $69.99, $79.99. Stay away from that stuff unless they're like Kobe Elites, that Kobe 10 or Kobe 9 Elites that is somewhat still bringing in some pretty good money, still selling for like 140, 150 range. I would just stay away from the high-end stuff unless they're really, really, really rare and you have the money for it. Do you sell on Amazon as well? Yes, on merch and through FBA. I'm still sending in stuff for FBA when I can. Leonite says, I started reselling some kind of new. Your videos are helping me a lot. Thanks, appreciate that. I'm glad I can help you any way that I can. Any way that I can help you, let me know, ask me questions. Can I borrow $5,000 to get myself started? Scott, that's a little difficult right now. How much or resell at the Adidas outlet? Try to go to Adidas outlet tent sales. Try to go to those. I only have one Adidas outlet in my area. It's the same thing. It's about 40 to 45 minutes away, and it is far. And I like never have the right timetable or timeline when it comes to Adidas outlet. I never get to really make it right on time for the tent sales, but look out for the tent sale if you can in your area. I applied for merch and I have not heard back. Is it hard to get on merch? Usually it takes about 2 to 3 months. Some people it's taken a little bit longer. But try to just wait a little bit and see what happens. It will take some time to do it. Gary says that Nike outlet employees get 40% discount on the website. So there you go. That's really important to know. We thought it was 30%, maybe 30% in store, 40% off on the website. Let me know. Let's see. I'm a Nike size 11. Do you find this a rare size in Burlington Ross Nike outlet? Mercurial, Hypervenom, even messy cleats. Size 11, Nike outlet, you could probably find. Burlington, maybe more in like a football cleat more than a soccer cleat. Most of the soccer cleats are just kind of smaller in size. And are you a millionaire? No, I am not a millionaire, but I do make quite a bit of money and I do love what I'm doing. So we have totally different, especially in the mindset that I used to be in, which was I was working for the man and making like 1/4 less than what I'm making right now. At Ross, we can get 20% off. Let's see, soccer cleat steals. Where do I go? What is the recommended time to find them? Totally different, totally in your area. We don't know, but try to go during the day. Ross, Burlington, Marshalls, as much as you can. Thanks for your help. There you go. 2 traveling bears. Nice. And all right, last one, because I know we've been answering questions. Number 5, double check the back wall. Samples, return shoes, and those random single pairs. This is really important because, number 1, that's where I found like the Kobe, the Peach Jams. I found those on the back wall, and that one ended up figuring out it was a return from someone that went to or came by from a different state, different city. If people buy items from Nike.com or any other Nike store, they can return it to any store possible. They can go to the one in El Paso and return stuff. That's how those Peach Jams got there. Samples, other rare shoes that you probably wouldn't normally find can randomly show up because people return them. And yes, you can buy the returns. You can even ask an employee, did you get any certain returns today or the last week? Because you want to buy them. They're gonna have them again on that back wall, and you can buy as much as the returns as you want. And so always ask for that. Now, when it comes to samples, we talked about return shoes. Samples, which so these cleats have been doing really, really, really good for me. These are the Nike Alpha Menace football cleats. Let me show you the back. So they had these, and what's kind of weird about them is that they're just random colors. So green, red, yellow, blue, black. I found all of those colors, and inside the 9-digit tag, all of them are blacked out, and you can't see them. And so I actually had a customer ask me, like, why is it blacked out? I was like, I have no clue. Like, they're brand new. They're obviously authentic. I don't know why it's blacked out. And they don't really have like the 9-digit code that you can search up anyway. Let me see. But a lot of the times with the samples, it will tell you on the inside tag, but there's some samples that you probably wouldn't even really know about, even from reading the inside tag. And in this case, so like it says color 00. Let me show you Instagram first, if you can see it. I don't think we can see it because of the lighting. But color 00, and it was just like a summer, I don't know, kind of like a weird tag. Let me see, you can see it there, miscellaneous, that came with it. And in this case, I was looking them up on eBay to see what they're selling for, and everybody had them for like 150 range, some as high as 200. Dick's Sporting Goods, $200 for these. And at my Nike outlet, they had the same size. They only had size 12, and all of them were $39.99. I took advantage as much as I could on the family discount days to get the 30% off. I went back like 2 weeks later. They had a couple of them that they ended up bringing out in the back that I had asked them to, and they're like, yeah, I think we have a couple of more left. And I was like, all right, cool. They brought out like 4 more pairs. I bought those. But in this case, kind of like a rare sample. I think you can see it there. It's like they blacked out the inside tag as far as the numbers go, if you can see it. YouTube, there you go. Kind of. Okay. But yeah, they've been doing really good for me, and I've sold they were $39.99. I've been selling them for $125 to $150 range, and I have like 3 left out of like the 10 or 11, 12 that I picked up. So that's what I have to say for the sample stuff and the return shoes. And the single pairs, like, you will notice this because on the back wall, most of the time you see the same stuff over and over and over again. And then you'll just randomly see this one, like on the corner, right? Like that, the cleats right there in the corner. You're like, what? How did these get there? Let me look them up. What's going on? And stuff like that happens. So try to find the stuff that looks nowhere near all of the other same Flyknit or Flyknit chukkas that are out there in the back wall. So look out for that. I'm going to answer some questions real quick. We're nearing our hour limit. I think Instagram's going to kick us off pretty soon anyway. Also, I think I'm running out of battery on that one. Gary, your videos are awesome. Thanks. Appreciate it. Shanna says, I have 6 Nike outlets around, and it all depends where you go. If you get lucky, only one Nike clearance store in my area gets Nike Elite stuff. So yeah, totally. You don't know what's in your area, but Nike clearance store, finally gonna go to Phoenix and check out the clearance store. I haven't been there in like 4 years, so I'm super pumped to see what their clearance store has. I know it's gonna be totally different than the factory stores, hopefully some better deals. So there you go. Yes, switch to YouTube now. If you're on Instagram, they're going to cut me off pretty soon. Very informative. Keep it up. Thanks. Appreciate it. Joey, Not Angel Fades. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys, everybody on Instagram. We'll see ya. Now you can go back to YouTube and answer some questions there. See ya. And ending that live video. Cool. All right. And let me share that. All right, so back on YouTube, answering questions. Do you have any experience with DD's discounts? Are they owned by Ross? DD's stuff is cheaper in the poorer areas. Yes, so DD's discounts, they're owned by Ross. They're the same people. They own the same store, and they have very similar price tags and similar items. And I always joke around and say that DD's discounts is the poor man's Ross. And we have, I think, 2 or 3 of them in my area, and those are kind of more of a hit or miss compared to Ross. They're also technically kind of a smaller store. compared to Ross, but most of the time, yes, like the prices are somewhat cheaper, unless you're buying LeBron 13s, which for some reason they're still like $79.99. So kind of sucks. Caroline, are samples at Ross? Once in a while, you can come across them. It is kind of rare, but it does happen. Do you sell more shoes around this time of the year because of people going back to school? I don't know. I think with shoes, what I like about them the most, especially with shoes, is that they're all around. I mean, I've seen shoe sales be consistent every single month of the year. So haven't really seen an increase with that. I would probably think that maybe youth shoes would be a little bit more popular during this time, but they're usually just kind of the same. And no, my wife doesn't have a sister, so I can't. No one else out there. Check out Cleatstagram on YouTube channel. He has a similar content except for the soccer. He's doing really well in views. Yes, Cleatstagram is dominating on YouTube, and on Instagram is like a totally different story. Like they're doing not only well on YouTube, Instagram, crazy, and definitely check that out if you're into cleat finds for. But I think he also just covers cleat deals or just like the new cleats that are coming out and regular retail stores, plus Ross, Marshalls, and all that stuff. I don't think it really talks a lot about reselling, but maybe. Jose, what's up? And Adriana, always look for the unique items. Yes. Glenn, I was saying earlier, we want to go to thrifting with the crew. There's 3 Goodwill, like 3 minutes away. So yeah, that'd be cool. I think we could probably do something and figure that out. Let me know. But yes, email me though. hustlerhack1@gmail.com, and I'll put that in there so you can do that. Whoa, just so we can try to figure something out. I'm typing this in. Sorry, I have stuff all over the place. And oh man, it's taking forever. Okay, gmail.com. Okay, done. And let's see. Didi's prices are higher than Ross in my area. That's kind of crazy. And sometimes their shoes are. And Joey Juice Man, keep it up, bro. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the great content from Michael. Yes, anything I can do. And Caroline, Adriana, pretty high heels, 9 West, sell too. Glittery clubbing shoes, size 10 and up. So there we go. Ladies, if you're interested, glittery clubbing 9 West shoes. I always kind of wonder too. It's because I really don't know a whole lot about like men's dressy shoes, but yeah, I definitely see them a lot at Burlington. Something I'm gonna have to figure out because I know the money's there, but I don't know. We're gonna see. NJ Cinemas, did you sell your red and black Yeezys yet? Something about them, even though I've only worn them like twice, I haven't sold them, and something about them, I might keep them. I don't know yet, but they're still here. Thanks, Hustler Hacks, for vids that are top 3 YouTube. Appreciate that. Charles Toys Tech. I'm trying. So Ross Finds of the Week. Yes, I'm definitely going to have that. That's going to be on Friday. And Friday, I will be driving to Phoenix. So that's pretty much why I have this early show, which for some reason, the early shows seem to be doing a little bit better. A lot of people on Instagram and on the YouTube today. So we'll be driving out there. And Friday night, Metallica. I am pumped. Finally get to see them after so many years of being a fan. Where's my Throwback Thursday picture? I used to have like a pretty sick mohawk. I don't have it anymore, obviously, but I'm super excited to see Metallica on Friday. And then Saturday, all the details for those of you that got in the email. And I'm still trying to figure things out. I know what some of that, but my first ever meetup in a different city. And sorry to some of you that I didn't get to get in for that meetup, but I will make it up to you some way, somehow. And Adriana and Caroline here. Eduardo says, best YouTuber in the game. Thanks, I appreciate it. And have you ever found laceless cleats? That's from MessyTube. I mean, any of the other cleats that I found, I mean, they're just the same messies that I found. I mean, they're not laceless because they're hidden, but I mean, that's pretty much it. I haven't found any other ones. Michael, is the meetup closed? Which one though? Let me know. Phoenix, El Paso. I think Michael, I don't know if I had you in there before. We'll have to, you have to talk to me, email me to make sure I can try to see, because I need to see what the list looks like, because I have people on there and trying to get that situated, because I'm limited to like 50 people. And they were $24.99 at Burlington, to answer your question, MessyTube. And Michael and Phoenix, yes, I think I have you on the list though, Michael. I think from before, but let me double check. But email me so I can at least give you a for sure answer, because yes, it is limited to 50 people. Only thing that I can do on that. So unfortunately, some people might get left out on it. And size, these are, I don't even know. I think they were 9 or 9.5. 9. They are 9. There we go. All right, so thanks, guys. That's our hour. Actually, gonna go finish, do everything that I can for the meetup. But yes, you can email me and ask me any other questions to get that situated for the Phoenix trip. So we will see you there on Saturday and Friday. Ross finds other week as normal. So thanks, guys, again. And remember, go out and get it.